How can we tell if we have, abandonment issues?
Some people do not recognize that they have abandonment issues. And they will actually say, I've had people say, I don't have abandonment issues. I've never had those problems. But it's because they haven't defined it that way. It's for some people, the word abandonment and abandonment trauma is too dramatic. The word shame is too shame ridden, to admit that they have shame. It's just isn't for everyone to say, I have abandonment issues. But then if we start to talk about the specific things, they can say, oh, yes, when I get in a relationship, I have trouble trusting the other person. And sometimes it causes me to sabotage what's going on. It causes me to act, out of my usual way. Oh, that's abandonment. Oh, I guess I have unresolved, unconscious abandonment feelings. So a lot of people have a hard time making the connection between some of the issues, the vulnerabilities that they experience in everyday life and abandonment. So it isn't for everyone to know that what they're going through is related to abandonment, but it can be something as remote as being a hoarder and a clutterer. And that can be an abandonment issue because what's going on is that there's self-abandonment happening. The person is cluttering their lives and creating shame so that they have an actual tableau of all the shame that they feel inside that prevents them from inviting people over for fear that they'll be criticized and therefore abandoned. Or, it can just be not being able to reach your potential, having performance anxiety, that you have jewels, you have gifts, but in front of an authority figure, you feel inhibited and you're unable to express them and show them off. And that can be because you're so determined to get that love, to have that reassurance that you're accepted and loved instead of abandoned. The anxiety is so great that it interferes in the performance. So there are so many different ways that abandonment expresses itself in so many levels of self-abandonment, not reaching your goals, and the codependency issues that people have where you get into non-reciprocal relationships where you're giving more than you're receiving because you're trying to maintain that connection as if you have to overcompensate. It's varied, but it goes into so many levels of self-sabotage and of low self-esteem.